My name is Amal, and my name means hope in Arabic. My fatherland is Syria, and I chose to wear a green dress today because once upon a time, my country was green. We will bring up the torture because this is what it has come to as a result of the silence of the world nations. And I come here today with a poem because I expect everybody in this room and everybody in this building to ornament their memories with torture. Because the memory of this world carries torture, but it also carries greenery. Syria's people weep inside of her. Her belly filled with prisons. Her Palmyra spine a staircase with Shabih fingerprints in the drought, leading to dungeons with torture tool chandeliers, pliers and knives, rubber cords and smiling rapists, with human teeth as trophies they wear around their necks. War relics like teenage carcasses and bullets next to bags of bread and body bags. Syria keeps record of the tortured, despite the shrapnel spinal taps, despite sarin gassing her memory, despite broken fingers, bloody teeth, and ripped out throats. She recites the name despite the vetoes of the weapon suppliers. She remembers the neglected, because atop the Palmyra palace of torture were ruins that were far more photogenic. When gangs of leftover warbirds destroyed those ancient pillars, the world was so devastated. How could we destroy something so beautiful, we asked? How could we destroy history? As if the souls of the civilians beneath the sand were not beautiful enough. As if they were not valuable enough to have been considered destroyed. As if their lives were not a part of history too. We tend to mourn the ruins when we ought to mourn the lives our silence has ruined. Stones do not matter when people are inside of the earth instead of the rock. My name is Amal, and my name means hope. I have lost 46 members of my family to bombs, to snipers, to starvation. Men have returned to their doorsteps having lost 50, 60 pounds on their body, cigarette burns on their flesh. Must I remind the world of the sights of torture, the blood that drips from skin and the bruises left on the flesh? Must I remind the world of the smell of torture, blood mixed with feces, mixed with urine, mixed with bodies stacked together with sweat? Must I remind the world that when you sleep on cold cobblestone floors, you get sick? We must stop using vocabulary words to define this absolute destruction taking place in the world. The poet's mind can serve as a torture chamber simply for the memory, but my flesh has never experienced this before. Her flesh has. She has experienced torture. My mind is the only thing that can accommodate this memory. And therefore, each and every one of us today, we will leave this room carrying the memory of torture. Because the dictator Bashar al-Assad thinks that it is acceptable to make these orders. There is no such thing as voicelessness. Everybody has a voice. That is why regimes torture. There is no such thing as voicelessness, only forgotten. And we will not forget. Here at the United Nations, we will not forget. We will remember the smells, the sounds, the sights, and the touches of torture. Instead of forcing women for the third time in a row to relive this story. We will end this one way or another. We will end this one way or another. My name is Amal, and I chose to wear a green dress today because torture is not the only thing in our memory. These are countries with human beings who used to eat fruits from farms, who used to go to school, who used to go to the marketplaces. We prefer the red from tomatoes instead of the red from blood, the black from the eyes of the people we stare at instead of the darkness of the dungeons. My country is a land of greenery, not a land of torture. But we will ensure that all of its darkness is remembered, and we will bring it to light. I demand from the United Nations that it ornament its memory with the torture of human beings, because the only reason we are here is for the people. And I have to do this because I picked up the pen to come here. يا بشار ويا كذاب تضرب أنت وهالخطاب الحرية صارت على الباب يلا ارحل. Peace be with all of you, and peace be with the people in the torture chambers. They might not know we are speaking of them, but we will remember them. We will remember them. Promise me out loud that you will remember them. Say I promise. Say I promise. Say I promise. Thank you.